So I started my business while I was on vacation. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I started my business while I was on vacation at just 21 years old. And if you want to learn more about how I did this and the interesting story behind it all, definitely stay tuned. So yes, I started my business while I was on vacation. So in order for you guys to completely understand this story, I have to take you guys a couple years back. As we go into fall semester of 2014, when I first started school. So I entered in as a pre-pharmacy major, and our program is a 6-year program. So during the first 2 years, you're still considered an undergrad. You're doing your prerequisites, getting ready to apply to the actual pharmacy program, which is 4 years. And I'm going to make a separate video detailing all of this, the ins and outs of my program and everything. But you need to understand this to understand where I was in the summer of 2017 when I started my business. Now let me take you to 2016. 2016 was arguably the greatest year of my life thus far, because I did so many things. I accomplished so many things that year that I honestly never thought I was capable of. 2016, I was the president of the African Student Association, and I was also the dance coordinator. And also 2016 was the year that I applied to pharmacy school, and I conducted a summer research at the University of Florida. So 2016 was jam-packed with major accomplishments for me. So spring 17, I'm ending my term as president and dance coordinator of the African Student Association. I am planning this huge showcase for the organization. I'm getting ready for my first final exam period of pharmacy school. Everything is just kind of moving really fast, but don't get me wrong, everything is moving fast, and it was kind of a stressful period, but I definitely had fun while doing all of it. So by the time I was done with my second semester of pharmacy school, I was burnt out, and I knew that I wanted to take this summer to just chill. Me and my friend have this term that we say after, you know, we've had a long period of studying, or, you know, we just got out of a huge exam. We say that we need to cool our brains, and cooling your brains just means that you need to just take a mental break, okay? Whether that's getting ice cream or taking a nap or watching your favorite show. I just needed to cool my brain after the year that I had. So this is May of 2017, and you know, I go back home for the summer, and a part of our curriculum, we have to do 160 hours of basically clinical rotations. And for that summer, the summer after our first year in pharmacy school, we had to do it in a retail setting. And my school assigned me the retail store that I would be doing it in. So my store happened to be 40 minutes away, and you know, I had to do these hours for 1 month. Towards the ending of this 1 month, I called up my best friend in California and I said, "Hey, I'm tired. I'm tired of this rotation. I'm tired of this city. I just need to get out." And she was kind of in the same headspace I was at the time. So we planned this whole getaway, this whole trip to meet up in Las Vegas and go to California afterwards. There's this group called Igbo Unites, and I know I haven't done a get to know me tag or anything, but I'm Nigerian, Igbo specifically, and I wanted to go because I had never been, and it just worked out because, you know, my best friend was transferring to UCLA at the time, and the convention was being held in Los Angeles that year. So everything just worked out. So we planned to meet up in Las Vegas. We stayed in Vegas for 4 days, which is actually these couple of pictures right here. We stayed in Vegas for 4 days before we headed off to San Diego, and then we made our way to Los Angeles. While in San Diego, and let me just backtrack for a little bit here. When I got into college and everything, I was just so focused on, you know, doing well in college and making these lifelong college memories. And I never really gave thought to starting anything. I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I never gave any thought to starting a business or, you know, venturing off and doing anything while I was at school, because I was just focused out. I I just wanted to enjoy the time, that the space that I was in. I said that because now I'm in San Diego, and all of a sudden this like spirit came over me to just start a business. And like I said, I hadn't been thinking about business for the past 3 years of being in school, and all of a sudden something just kind of came upon me to just start a business. And that's exactly what I did. I knew that it was going to be a product-based business. At the time I was doing hair on the side a little bit, but this feeling I had was telling me that you need to sell something. You need to sell a physical product. And so while in San Diego, I started working on my logo. I started looking into products I kind of, man, I'm so connected to my culture, and I'm so connected to who I am, which is I am a Nigerian American. And that's something I hold so dear and near to my heart, that this feeling just told me that that's what you need to sell. And you need to sell accessories, and you specifically need to sell this type of accessory. And you know, my business mind was telling me like, you know, this is going to sell because you've seen this everywhere. And my heart was also telling me like, this is what you were so connected to, so why not sell a product that is promoting your culture and promoting who you are? So that's why I decided to sell. The Africa Gold chains was my first product in my store. So while on vacation, I did my research and I found a quality vendor, and I ordered my first products in San Diego. I remember that specifically. Well, I ordered my first product because I started with one product, but you know, I've come a long way from then. Yeah, that's how I started my business while I was completely on a whole different coast, and completely, I wasn't thinking about business for 3 years. And this like spirit, I'm a Christian, I believe in spirits. This spirit came over me just and told me just to start. Onyeka, this is your time to start. That's what it told me. And that's exactly what I did. I said all of that to say that there is never going to be a perfect time to start your business. Your situation is never going to be perfect. Your surroundings is never going to be perfect. Your finances is never going to be perfect. You need to just start. So whatever idea you have, whatever service you want to provide, go ahead and start now. Okay? There's never a right time. I was on vacation. I was going into my hardest year of pharmacy school, and I knew nothing about the space that I was going into, but all of those obstacles did not deter me from starting. I had my laptop while I was on vacation. I researched everything I needed to know about starting a business. Going into my hardest year of pharmacy school was not a deterrent. Honestly, I performed so well, and so my business took care of itself while I was busy studying and, you know, trying to ace these exams. And everything that I needed to know about the jewelry business, about selling quality gold jewelry, about the types of metals that these manufacturers use to make these jewelry pieces, everything I needed to know was online. I learned along the way. That is just how entrepreneurship is. You will learn as you go. So it's important to do some research, definitely, and know exactly what type of space you want to go into. Know about your product, because you definitely want to put out a good quality product out there for your customers to buy. But also, you won't be an expert 100% in business. It is not possible. You won't be an expert 100% in business. It's just not possible when you start. But you learn as you go, and you roll with the punches as they come along. And so in saying all of that, I want you guys to know that don't allow fear to hold you back. If I would have doubted that voice in my head, I never would have started. And honestly, I had so much support. And that just goes to show you it was my right time to start. That idea that you have, that skill that you have, go ahead and start working for yourself. Go ahead and start something of your own, that you are in charge of everything. Just be your own boss and go ahead and start. Okay? So yeah, that is the story about how I started my business while on vacation, and I was just 21 years old at the time. Remember, we are all about building our business, making sound investments in order to live a wealthy lifestyle. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button before you go to get more of these types of videos. Let me know if you like this video, or these like story time, sit down and talk to you all type videos. And thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.